Good evening, you're watching the News at 6 with me, Ishan Russell. The News at 6 is all about the day's biggest developing stories and we'll be filling in on them over the next half hour. But first, the headlines that we're tracking right now. Home Minister Rajnath Singh talks tough on Pakistan. In statements given in both houses of parliament, Singh tells Pakistan to ensure terrorism is not encouraged. Suspected Bodo militants attack busy market in Kokrajhar in Assam. At least 14 people, including one militant, are killed. Search on for the others. Heavy rainfall and its resultant waterlogging brings Mumbai and adjoining districts to a standstill. Road, rail and air traffic affected. Forecast for the next 48 hours also grim. And the stage is set for the biggest sporting spectacle in Rio de Janeiro that opens tonight. Over 10,000 athletes to participate in 28 events. Refugees get their own team. Our top story this evening, a day after Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh condemned Pakistan in Islamabad on the issue of terrorism, he reaffirmed his stance in Parliament on Friday. Making a suo motu statement in both houses, the Home Minister confirmed that Indian journalists accompanying him were not allowed to cover his speech at the SAARC summit. Singh also confirmed that he skipped a lunch hosted by his counterpart. Members across the political spectrum hailed Singh's stern message to the neighbouring country.
जितना सब कर सकते थे अधिकतम सम पड़ोसी के साथ रिश्ते बेहतर बनाने के लिए हमारे सभी प्रधानमंत्रियों ने किया है, लेकिन विडंबना यह है अध्यक्ष महोदय कि हर के बावजूद यह पड़ोसी है कि मानता ही नहीं.
Home Minister Rajnath Singh at his offensive best, launching a scathing attack on Pakistan for eulogizing terrorists. Singh, however, refrained from commenting whether Pakistan was right in not allowing media coverage of his speech. He also confirmed that various groups protested in Pakistan as he headed to attend the SAARC Interior Ministers Conference.
मीटिंग समाप्त होने के बाद दोपहर की जो होस्ट थे वहां के गृह मंत्री जी ने उन्होंने सबको लंच पर आमंत्रित किया, लेकिन लंच पर आमंत्रित करने के बाद वो तुरंत गाड़ी पर बैठे और चले गए. तो मुझे भी मर्यादाओं को ध्यान में रखते हुए, देश की मर्यादा का ध्यान रखते हुए जो कुछ भी करना था वो मैंने भी किया. लेकिन मैं यह भी स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं डिप्टी चेयरमैन सर कि मुझे इसको लेकर कोई नाराजगी नहीं है. मैं वहां भोजन करने नहीं गया था.
Cutting across party lines, members rallied behind the government, condemning Pakistan for the way the Home Minister was treated.
उनको वो तमाम प्रोटोकॉल जो एक दूसरे मंत्री को और खास करके इस सार्क कंट्रीज में हिंदुस्तान का, हमारे मुल्क का एक खास मकाम है. साइज के हिसाब से, अदरवाइज भी इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जो हमारा हिंदुस्तान का रोल है उसके हिसाब से भी अगर वो प्रोटोकॉल नहीं दिया गया तो इसकी हम घोर निंदा करते हैं.
मैं माननीय गृह मंत्री जी से ये चाहूँगी कि आप माननीय प्रधानमंत्री से बात करके तो भारत पाकिस्तान के जो संबंध हैं तो उन संबंधों को लेकर जो अभी तक नीति बनी हुई है, क्या इसके ऊपर कुछ थोड़ा सा पुनर्विचार करेंगे?
ये मानता हूं कि उनके पीछे वो उनके जाना पूरे देश की तरफ से शिरकत करने का था और जिस तरह वहाँ प्रोटोकॉल से लेकर के हर चीज़ में पाकिस्तान का जो व्यवहार था उसकी मैं घोर निंदा करता हूं और पूरा देश इस मामले में एक है.
सीमा पर भी मैं चाहूँगा कि न केवल बीएसएफ के लोग बल्कि आर्मी के लोग जो हैं वो भी बहुत सख्ती से, उनको हर बार अनुमति लेने की कोई नहीं होनी चाहिए. उनको छूट होनी चाहिए कि जब आतंकवादी आएँ तो उनके साथ किस तरह का व्यवहार किया जाए.
They should not concentrate on India, they should concentrate on their own backyard. That whether he has raised any issue on this question.
In a suo motu statement on his visit to Islamabad for the SAARC Home Ministers meeting, Rajnath Singh said, and I quote, To ensure that terrorism is not encouraged, it was necessary that stringent action is not just initiated against terrorists, but also against persons, organizations, institutions, and states supporting them. He also said that it was important for nations who have not ratified SARC Convention on Mutual Assistance on Criminal Matters to do it, adding that Pakistan has so far not ratified this convention, as well as SARC Terrorist Offences Monitoring Desk and SARC Drug Offences Monitoring Desk. India has also offered to host a meeting of experts on SARC anti-terrorism mechanism on the 22nd and 23rd of September. With the visit and the following statement, New Delhi's message is explicit that terrorism is the biggest threat to human rights. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And news just coming in, Vijay Rupani will take over as the new Chief Minister of Gujarat, while Nitin Patel will be the Deputy Chief Minister. These are visuals live on your screen from the BJP office in Gandhinagar, where Party President Amit Shah is congratulating the new leadership in the state. Rupani was picked for the state's top job by the party MLAs at a meeting that ended just a short while ago. He is presently the state president of the BJP and was the Minister for Transport, Water Supply, Labour and Employment in Anandiben's cabinet. He was elected to the Assembly for the first time in 2014, winning the Rajkot West seat. Rupani is considered a non-controversial leader and is said to enjoy wide acceptance among the party cadre. The new CM pick comes after days of speculation over whether Amit Shah would take charge as the Chief Minister. The air, however, was cleared on Wednesday when senior leader Venkaiah Naidu categorically stated that Amit Shah would continue in his national role.
आदरणीय वी सतीश जी ने विनती करी मैडम इस तरफ कि आप पर बदले नेता ने
A day after the Congress party accused the government of shutting down institutions in Amethi and Raebareli, HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar has justified the move to close down the Indian Institute of Information Technology in Amethi. The HRD minister called several technical reasons behind its closure and snubbed the charges of indulging in vendetta politics.
Question 211,
Shielding his government from allegations of resorting to vindictive politics, HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar clarified in Rajya Sabha that the law did not permit off-campus centre of IIIT in Amethi. He also asserted that a review by IIT Kanpur had also concluded that the students should be transferred to IIT Allahabad.
The HRD minister appointed a committee under director of Kanpur IIT. They talked to all the students and then came up with the solution that they should be transferred to IIIT because there is no legal provision of off-campus. That is also, it is not a legal arrangement and therefore they should be transferred. So they transferred. And when on 29th July, when the Allahabad faculty went there, all the students heard out that you are promising to shift us, but you are not shifting. And therefore, the shifting has happened. There is no political vendetta, whatever it is. It is the students who were starving for education and they were not provided education there.
Congress's Pramod Tiwari, however, alleged that the government should have dealt with the legal issues over the last 2 years. He also said that the employees of IIT Amethi were on agitation against the closure.
साहब वहाँ पे हड़ताल चल रही है सही है, पर हड़ताल छात्रों की नहीं, वहाँ जो कर्मचारी हैं, जो वहाँ के लोग हैं, वो कह रहे थे कि इस इंस्टीट्यूट को शिफ्ट न किया जाए, इसलिए हड़ताल हो रही थी। वहाँ के 70 कर्मचारी हड़ताल पे बैठे हुए हैं, जिनकी नौकरी वहाँ लगी थी। 11 साल से वो संस्थान काम कर रहा था। अगर उसमें कोई विधिक या तकनीकी कमी थी तो भारत सरकार ने दूर क्यों नहीं की, आपके मंत्रालय ने दूर क्यों नहीं की?
Javadekar assured the House that employees of IIT Amethi would be accommodated in a General Science College of Dr. Ambedkar University, Lucknow, which is being started in Amethi. Javadekar also insisted that the government has also approved a Kendra Vidyalaya in Raebareli, the electoral turf of Congress President Sonia Gandhi. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Amendment Bill 2015 was moved by the Congress as a private member's bill in the upper house and has been referred to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Deputy Chairman referred the bill to the Speaker to decide whether it is a money bill. The upper house witnessed slogan shouting by Congress MPs on the issue.
The Rajya Sabha on Friday witnessed a heated debate as the House was about to take up voting for the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Amendment Bill 2015. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh intervened in the debate, urging the government to fulfill the promises made by the UPA government during the bifurcation.
As the then Prime Minister made 6 promises on the floor of this August House, the then leader of the opposition and now the leader of the House, Shri Arun Jaitley, satisfied with these promises and withdrew all the amendments he had proposed as they agreed to what the government proposed. Sir, in the light of these promises, I urge the Union government to implement them and thereby protect the honour of this August House.
However, Leader of the House Arun Jaitley raised an objection, saying the bill falls into the category of money bill and hence the upper house should not vote on it.
Now, as I said, I am disappointing myself and my colleagues when I take this argument because I myself am a member of this House. But we have to accept the reality that the framers of the Constitution gave a certain jurisdiction to the Lok Sabha. The jurisdiction under Article 75(3) of the Council of Ministers being responsible to them and a vote of no confidence, the money bill being introduced only there, the money being voted there, decisions on whether it's a money bill or not being decided there.
Opposition members urged the government to fulfill the promises made by the former Prime Minister. They also rejected the Finance Minister's arguments, terming the bill as money bill.
माननीय लीडर ऑफ द हाउस ही अगर कहेंगे कि भाई हमें जितने भी वादे यहाँ डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी ने पढ़ दिए ये हम पूरे कर लेंगे तो बात खत्म हो जाती है। तो लड़ाई तो इसी पर है। अगर आप ये कह दें कि भाई आप विड्रॉ कर लो और हम सब वादे जो डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी ने यहाँ पढ़े हम उनको लागू कर देंगे, पूरे कर देंगे, तो हमें झगड़ा किस चीज़ का? झगड़ा तो है कि नहीं हो रहा, उसीलिए तो हम ये बिल ला रहे हैं।
The issue is the assurances given at the time of the bifurcation of the Andhra Pradesh state, will they be honored or not? That is all.
If a bill that is introduced contains only provisions relating to appropriations, then it's a money bill. If it contains, if the bill deals with a subject matter, the consequence of which is ultimately appropriations from the Consolidated Fund of India, then it's not a money bill. This is what the Leader of the House wants, for this House to become a cyber.
Okay, that's okay. All right.
They don't want to honor the commitments made on the special package.
कॉमन सेंस ये कहता है कि जब ये यहाँ इंट्रोड्यूस हो गया है और इस पर चर्चा हो चुकी है तो उसके बाद इसको मनी बिल कहना ये जायज नहीं।
After listening to arguments from both sides, the Deputy Chairman gave his ruling, referring the bill to the Speaker of Lok Sabha to decide whether it was a money bill.
Since the matter is not free from doubt, I therefore, under Rule 1868, refer the matter to the Honourable Speaker for a decision. Till then, further proceedings in connection with the bill is deferred.
This bill was moved by Congress member KVP Ramachandra Rao in March this year as a private member's bill in the upper house. Vishal Daya's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
At least 14 people were killed and several others were injured when suspected militants opened fire at a marketplace in Kokrajhar district of Assam on Friday. Combing operations are underway to secure the area as the police suspect that at least 3 militants are on the run. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has vowed to take strict action against the attackers.
At least 14 people were killed and over 18 injured in a terror attack in Assam's Kokrajhar district on Friday. The attack took place around 11 a.m. at a crowded market when 3 to 4 masked gunmen dressed in black began firing indiscriminately. Locals report that the terrorists also heard a grenade damaging several shops before running away from the area. The dead include civilians, security personnel and a militant. An AK-47 was recovered from the suspected gunman killed in the encounter. Security forces, however, were unable to capture any of the other assailants. Police also claims that the attack was carried out by the National Democratic Front of Bodoland.
सिक्योरिटी ऑपरेशन है उसमें भी एक मिलिटेंट वहीं न्यूट्रलाइज किया गया और उसके पास से कुछ AK-56 ग्रेनेड वगैरह भी पाए गए हैं और भी जो 3-4 लोग हैं उनके लिए हम उनको कोशिश कर रहे हैं पकड़ने की। ये देखने में तो NDABS का हाथ लग रहा है।
Particular incident is very unfortunate. We have to ascertain that who are exactly the people behind this very dastardly act. It's very unfortunate. So many people have lost their lives, and we will ensure that these victims are taken care of.
Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal has condemned the attack and said that his government was committed to take stern action against extremist outfits. Home Minister Rajnath Singh also said that the centre was closely monitoring the situation.
Our government is committed to take stern action against those extremist outfits to ensure the protection of the civilians. Assam government has granted an ex gratia of 5 lakhs to every deceased families and also 1 lakh rupees for those injured.
It is a matter of concern also because for quite some time there had been an atmosphere of peace and normalcy in Assam, and all of us, as we all know, the recent elections happened in a peaceful atmosphere.
The area has been cordoned off and search operations were launched immediately to find terrorists suspected to be hiding in nearby buildings. Additional security forces were rushed to the spot after the attack. So far, no group has claimed responsibility for it. Intelligence agencies had earlier warned about the possibility of a jihadi attack in Assam. The attack comes at a time when there was already a state of high alert in view of the upcoming Independence Day celebrations. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Time for us to take a short break. Lots more on the other side. Do stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Indian Standard Time. I'm Siddharth Vardarajan and joining me today is Hussain Haqqani.
I see the Kashmir dispute as a manifestation of attitudes. Plebiscite was not Pakistan's central demand anymore. The terrorism as a tool of statecraft is a bad tool. It always hurts the perpetrator as much as it hurts those who are targeted. Why can't we be friends first and solve the dispute later?
Watch foreign policy expert from Pakistan, Hussain Haqqani in Indian Standard Time on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back to Washington News at 6. Now, the Arvind Kejriwal-led Delhi government will move the Supreme Court in a week's time against its order giving absolute powers to the Lieutenant Governor. The verdict held that Delhi was a union territory and the Lieutenant Governor was its administrative head. The Aam Aadmi Party will file a special leave petition against the High Court order within a week. The Supreme Court on Friday adjourned Aam Aadmi Party's original suit on administrative control on Delhi, which was filed on the 29th of June. However, the Attorney General had said that the Delhi government can't claim two remedies at a time.
जहां विवाद जो है वो केंद्र और राज्य की सरकारों का है, देखिए धारा 246 जो है वो सीधे सीधे अधिकारों के डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन को संविधान में उल्लेखित करती है और 131 ये कहती है कि राज्य की सरकार के और केंद्र की सरकार के बीच अगर किसी भी तरह का विवाद हो तो सही विवेचना करने की जो जगह है, जो कह लें कि जो कंक्लूड करने का जो पॉइंट हो सकता है वो माननीय उच्चतम न्यायालय ही हो सकता है। इस लिहाज से भी आवश्यक है कि इस फैसले को जो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चुनौती दी जाए।
हाई कोर्ट ने केवल यही कहा है कि जो पिछले 23 वर्षों से लगातार जो दिल्ली जिस कायदे कानून ढर्रे पे चल रही है उसी कायदे कानून ढर्रे के ऊपर आगे चलेगी। दिक्कत की बात यह है कि केजरीवाल जी कुछ काम नहीं करते, कुछ काम करना नहीं चाहते, केवल काम ना करने का बहाना ढूंढना चाहते हैं।
Foxy politics can only be played by people in Aam Aadmi Party because this is not Aam Aadmi Party, this is Khas Party. They are incompetent to do the work, but they are also there handing over all these authorities to the LG. Then they might as well resign and leave the task to someone who's interested in making progress in Delhi.
Incessant rains were since the wee hours on Friday threw normal life out of gear in Mumbai and adjoining districts. The Central Railway's suburban services remain disrupted due to waterlogging of tracks at several places. Heavy waterlogging also paralyzed traffic movement on the roads. Flight services were also delayed due to the continuous downpour and poor visibility.
Heavy rains lashed Mumbai and its suburbs on Friday, throwing the city out of gear. Waterlogging was reported from several places across the city, causing heavy traffic jams.
घर से निकला हूँ करीबन 8:30 बजे से और इधर एक आधे घंटे का टाइम है बारिश के कारण और ट्रैफिक और खड्डों के कारण कम से कम 3 घंटे का हो गया। 1 घंटे का सफर 3 घंटे का हो गया।
पूरा आगे तक जाम है मगर यहाँ पे पूरा पानी भरा हो, पूरा मतलब ढक्कन से पानी निकल रही है।
Rail and air traffic was also severely disrupted. Services on both the central and western railway lines were affected. While trains continued to be late, waterlogging on tracks at a number of places made matters worse. All domestic and international flights to and from Mumbai also reported around 30 minutes delay due to the heavy rainfall that resulted in low visibility and air traffic congestion.
बॉम्बे सेंट्रल से आ रहे हैं हम लोग। दादर परेल और दादर का बंद है। एक ट्रैक पे 2 ट्रेन है।
ट्रेन बस यहाँ पे पूरा वो जो माटुंगा सर्कल वहाँ पे पूरा पानी भरा हुआ है और बसेस भी इतने स्लो आ रहे हैं ना बहुत सुबह से।
Besides Mumbai, the adjoining districts of Thane, Palghar and Raigad were also lashed by heavy rains, slowing traffic on all major routes linking Mumbai with Ahmedabad, Pune, Nashik and Goa. Due to unprecedented rains, 6 famous tourist spots in the hill station of Mahabaleshwar in Satara district were also shut. According to the Met Department, there is no respite in sight as the next 48 hours will also see heavy rainfall. As a precautionary measure, all major services like the police, fire brigade and the National Disaster Response Force have been put on high alert. Meanwhile, in Raigad, 3 more bodies were spotted in the Savitri River, taking the death toll up to 17. Efforts to fish out more bodies continued, even as incessant rains hamper the pace of the search operation. At least 42 people are still reported to be missing. The Maharashtra government has announced a compensation of 5 lakh rupees each to the kin of the deceased in the bridge collapse tragedy. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's now take a look at what else is making news around the country and nationwide. The CBI today filed a charge sheet against gangster Chota Rajan in the 2011 murder of journalist J. Day. The charge sheet was submitted before the special court housed at Arthur Road Jail. Rajan has been booked under various sections of the Indian Penal Code. This year in January, the Bureau took over the investigations and registered an FIR to prove the role of the gangster. 3 Naxals, including a woman, were killed in an encounter in Dantewala district of Chhattisgarh on Friday. 2 315 bore revolvers and a muzzle loading gun, some daily use items and 2 bags were recovered from the spot. A thorough search of the area is being carried out. The Reserve Bank of India on Friday made short-term crop loan available to the farmers. Loan of up to 3 lakh rupees at subsidized interest rate of 7% can be availed and the rate could go down to 4% if the repayments are made in time. The RBI also introduced relaxation in checkbook norms. The Punjab Police has registered a rape case against former Gurdaspur Superintendent of Police Salvinder Singh. The FIR was registered following a 2-year-old complaint against him by the husband of a rape survivor. Singh hit the headlines in January this year after he was waylaid and abducted by 4 Pakistani terrorists who attacked Pathankot Air Base. Time for some international news now, and the 31st Summer Olympics will officially start in Rio de Janeiro today at the Maracana Stadium. Athletes from 206 nations and a refugee team will compete in the 28 sporting events. The build-up to the Games has been dominated by a Russian doping scandal and the threat posed by the Zika virus, due to which several athletes pulled out of the Games. The opening ceremony will start at 4:30 a.m. Indian time on Saturday.
The 2016 Olympic Games will officially start in Rio de Janeiro on Friday with the opening ceremony at the Maracana Stadium. More than 10,000 athletes from a record 206 countries and a refugee Olympic team are competing in 28 sporting events this time. The 31st edition of the Olympics will also see a first-time participation from Kosovo and South Sudan.
There was no problem between a strong international team supporting an all Brazilian creativity. So what you're going to see is all Brazilian, pure, beautiful creativity from Brazil that will touch the heart.
The build-up to the Games has been overshadowed by the Russian doping scandal after the World Anti-Doping Agency reported state-sponsored doping in the country months before the Games. However, Russia escaped a complete ban as the IOC cleared 271 athletes from the country's original entry list of 389.
Can also send a very clear message to the clean athletes, and in particular to the clean athletes in Russia. And this message is, you can be successful outside such a system. If you are clean, you are respected and rewarded. And you can follow and must follow your Olympic dream as a clean athlete.
Security has been tightened in and around Rio. During the Games, the Brazilian Federal Police, Army and Air Force as well as Rio police officers will work together to patrol all venues, stadia and related areas 24/7. The enhanced security measures have been hailed by those covering and competing in the Olympics.
I feel really good about that because there was a lot of fear about the Olympic Games, about all the things are happening in maybe in Europe, in the United States, and I feel more secure with the police here.
The Rio Olympics are the first to be held in South America and will go on till August 21st. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And as Rio de Janeiro gets ready to host the biggest sporting spectacle in the world, we leave you with some images of the celebration of the start of the Summer Games from around the world.